Hello friend, in this tutorial I am going to show you how you can animate any type of shape on Illustrator path. So this kind of difficult and complex level path you can create in Illustrator. Then you can import this path in After Effects and then you can animate any kind of shape on top of it. Before we start this entire tutorial, I want to say something. I apologize for my English pronunciation, my accent as well as grammatical error. English is not my primary language, so it might be there is some error or there is some mistakes while I speak. Now we can going to create few path in Illustrator. Then I have created this path for the do this kind of tutorial, and then this one is another path, and this is the one more path. So I'm going to show you quickly how we can create this path in Illustrator. So if I'm going to create the round path, so I'm going to take the 500 by 500 height of this circle and going to click over here, just going to remove the fill, and I need a stroke in this color. I just want to increase the stroke size because it might be not visible for you, and just want to align this into center. So make sure this align to artboard is selected, so then only it will get align into center. Now we have the center circle over here. Now we need to create two more circle, right side and left side. So I'm going to copy this and going to press the Alt Shift and going to drag over here. I just on the stamp to grid option, so it's getting exactly aligned after this circle. So just Control Y, and we need to check all alignment is correct or not. So this is aligned exactly on the center circle. Now just want to delete the opposite side of arc. To delete this and delete this. So we have this kind of arc now. Just going to on the our main display, Control Y shortcut again. So now we have this kind of arc over here, but you see this is not joined. This have three separate half circles over here. You can see this one is three half circle over here. So we need to join this three half circle. So just going to select, I just want to on this direct selection tool by pressing the keyboard shortcut A. I'm going to select this and inside object path, and I'm just going to say joined, and here I'm going to press the keyboard shortcut Control J. So now you see this, the entire path get joined over here, and we have one path over here. So we are going to give the same name to this path. So we created a first path for animating object. Now we are going to create another path. This is the spinning path. It's very simple actually. So I'm going to add one more layers over here, and I'm going to this spiral tool over here. Just going to so once you press the control, and if you go inside, you will get this kind of spiral stuff over here. So I'm going to create this kind of spiral over here, and going to align this into center. So now we have another spin round is here. Now the similar way you can create this another round over here, and this is the hill arch. So now we are going to take this into After Effects, Illustrator file over here into After Effects, and just going to import file, yes, and this is the our recover file. I'm going to import over here, and just I'm going to select the composition option over here and keeping the layer size, and just said OK. So we have this kind of newly created compositions over here, and this file is there. So just going to double click, and this all the Illustrator layer come as a separate layers over in After Effects. You can see this all layers are as it is come to into After Effects over here. Now we need to create new compositions, and I'm going to take the 1920 by 1080. I'm going to keep the frame rate is 30 and keeping this option as a square circle, and I'm keeping the duration into 10 seconds. So I created this new composition. So we will going to take the first our 3 round which we created in the Illustrator. So these layers I'm going to copy this and going to paste over here, and I'm going to copy the same name and going to give this layer name to layer our composition. So just going to enter this. Now we have this 3 round comp over here, and just going to the steps is very important because this come as a Illustrator object, so we don't have any path over here. So once you go here and right click to this, there is a create option and create shape from the vector layer. Once you click this, you will get the one more top of the vector layers. So now this entire shape comes as a vectors over here. So I'm going to delete this because this is not at all required now, and we have this kind of paths over here as a vector layer. And if you just open this property, you can go inside this and you will get this path over here. So you see this path is available over here. Now just to make the our object animation, we need to create one shapes over here. I'm going to take very simple round over here to animate into stage. So I'm going to go inside and going to take the circle over here. I press the shift key and I have taken this small round over here. So whenever you do the any animations, your animation always go through this center anchor point. So what we need to do first, we need to align the center point to center to this object. So for aligning that, you need to go right click over here, then you need to go inside the transform. Inside the transform there is an option called center anchor point in the layer content. Once you click that, it's exactly come into center. I just going to show you how it is anchor point come into center. So see this anchor point is in center now. Now the similar way how we do the animation, we create the path in After Effects and copy that part and give to position to object. So similar way we are going to do over here. So I'm going to open this and going to copy this path. So I just copy this and going to open the position of this object. So keyboard shortcut is P, and it's going to select this and going to paste that path over here. So you see our animation is, our object is animating on the path. Very easy, very quickly we did. Only problem in After Effects, I don't know, whenever you paste this path, this by default that changing that location to that entire animation. So we need to take this into again realign into in our top of this path. So the method I am using, I'm taking the one another object and I'm just link parent link this object to take that into exactly on that spot. I don't know any other way. If you have any other way, so please you can comment that in another better way to take that into exactly where our last object is or our last path is in our stage. So I'm going to create new null object, and I'm going to center this anchor point. So if you press Ctrl Alt and Home option that have the keyboard shortcut to take this anchor point and center to any object, even the null object is also come into center. And now I just going to select this, and I'm going to place this null object into top of this circle first, very roughly. Now I just want to parent this or link this into null object. You cannot directly position that because you have given the animation through the position. If you try to do that, your animation will get messed up. So now you see we can moving, and the object also move with the null object. I have selected the null objects over here, and it's moving with the null object. Now we can just going to see the ramp preview for this. To see the ramp preview, you need to press the space bar. You see this animation is happening over here. So just going to increase the time of this animation till the 5 second, and just going to on the so it's going very slowly, but you can control your speed through the adjusting these keyframes. Based on your preference you can adjust that. Even though you can give the easy or easy out for this, so all the option will work. So now we are going to animate our object in this spin round. So I'm going to copy this into our new composition. I'm going to create new composition. Setting I'm going to remain as it is, and I'm going to paste this lasseter layer over here. The similar way we need to create this vector layer. So I'm going to go inside and going to click this create shape from the vector layer, this option. Now we have this vector layer is available over here, and just we need to create one shape which we are going to animate on top of with this path. So I'm going to create shape again. Now I'm going to take this polygon shape over here. You can take any shape. My purpose is showing the tips to how you can animate your shape in this Illustrator path. And this time I'm keeping size little bit small of this object and going to color into some turquoise blue. We need to take this anchor point into center. For shortcut key for that, Control Alt and Home. So once you click that, it will come into center of these shapes. Now we have these shapes. Now the similar way, as per last our steps, we need to go inside this vector layer and go inside contents, then group, then path, and copy this. So we need to copy this, Control C, and we need to paste this. We need to on the position of these shapes and need to paste this over here. You see, similar way we need to create one more null objects over here. Then align this anchor, this null object to top of these shapes. roughly, and then we need to parent this. Very similar way I'm going to create another two animations, so that also I'm going to show you, so you will be exactly get the proper idea, so how you can animate any object into paths. So I'm just going to speed up this process now. Till now we have created these animations like left to right. Now we just want to reverse this animation, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this layer, duplicate the layer. So duplicating this layer is shortcut is Control D, and then I'm going to align this layer of end of this point. So for go end of this layer, I'm going to press keyboard shortcut O, and then I'm selecting this layer and pressing the bracket. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.